Sandiego shines brightly. Tourists see endless beaches, they see perfect weather. Palm trees sway in gentle breezes. The city feels like a postcard. It promises escape and beauty. Many come here seeking a dream. This is the Sandiego of brochures. This is the vision sold to the world daily. It is a carefully crafted image of perfection. Downtown Sandiego buzzes with life. New buildings reach for the sky. Expensive restaurants serve fancy meals. People laugh and shop in busy districts. The gas lamp quarter glows at night with vibrant energy. Boats fill the marinas along the bay, bobbing gently. The city boasts a strong military presence, a source of pride. It is also a hub for biotech and research. It feels prosperous, it feels successful to an outsider's gaze. Balboa Park offers green spaces and rich culture. Museums stand proudly among beautiful gardens. Families enjoy picnics under the warm sun. The Sandiego Zoo is famous worldwide, drawing huge crowds. People explore historic Old Town with curiosity. They learn about California's early days there. The city's attractions are numerous and varied. They paint a picture of an ideal place to live and visit. Everyone seems happy here on the surface. This image is powerful and alluring. It draws millions of visitors each year consistently. It also attracts new residents seeking a better life. They come for the celebrated lifestyle. They come for the perceived opportunities. Sandiego presents itself as a genuine paradise on earth. But not everyone experiences this paradise. Beneath the gleam, a different story unfolds daily. A harder, unseen reality exists for many. Look closer, beyond the well-trodden tourist trails. You might see tents under freeways, clustered precariously. You might see people sleeping in shadowed doorways. This is the other Sandiego, a stark contrast. It is a city struggling with a deep, painful problem. Homelessness is not new here, not by any means, but it has grown much worse in recent years. It is more visible now than ever before. The contrast with the city's beauty is jarring. The famous sunshine can be harsh for those without shelter. The beautiful beaches offer little real comfort or safety. Nights can be cold, even in Southern California's mild climate. Finding a safe place to rest is a daily exhausting battle. Public spaces are not always welcoming or accessible. The struggle for basic human needs is constant and relentless. This includes finding food, clean water and restrooms. Life on the streets is an exercise in survival. This crisis is not confined to one specific neighborhood. It touches many diverse parts of the city. You see its evidence downtown, but also in suburban areas. It affects single adults, often isolated and vulnerable. It affects families with young, innocent children. Veterans who served their country honorably are also among them. The faces of homelessness are diverse and varied. Their stories are often heartbreaking and filled with loss. They are our neighbors in need. The allure of Sandiego often masks this widespread suffering. The city's stunning beauty can make the problem harder to see. Or perhaps it becomes easier to ignore for some residents. But the crisis is undeniably real and present. It is growing steadily year after year. It demands our urgent attention and compassion. It challenges the cherished image of America's finest city. It asks us to look beyond the surface. It asks us to care about everyone here. Numbers help us understand the true size of the problem. Each year, dedicated volunteers count people experiencing homelessness. This important effort is called the point-in-time count. In Sandiego County, the numbers are consistently high. Thousands of individuals are without a home on any given night. Many sleep on the cold streets, exposed to elements. Others are in shelters if they can find an available bed. These numbers are alarming and deeply concerning. The 2024 count showed over 10,000 people homeless in the county. A significant portion of these individuals were unsheltered. This means they sleep outside in cars or in makeshift tents. The city of Sandiego itself has the largest share of this population. These figures represent real people, not just statistics. Each number is a life disrupted, a future uncertain. Each number is a story of profound hardship. The trend has unfortunately been upward for some time. These counts, while valuable, are not perfect measures. They likely underestimate the true scale of homelessness. Many people hide their homelessness due to fear. They fear stigma, judgment, or harassment. Some families move between friends' couches, hidden from view. They are not always visible to the volunteer counters, so the actual number could be much higher than reported. The problem is vast and complex. It is a humanitarian concern right in our city. The statistics also reveal who is most affected by this crisis. We see rising numbers of seniors becoming homeless. We see young people without a safe place to call home. People of color are disproportionately represented in these numbers. This points to deeper systemic inequalities within our society. The data tells a compelling story of systemic issues at play. It is more than just individual misfortunes adding up. It is a societal problem demanding societal solutions. Maria once had an apartment and a steady, reliable job. She worked diligently as a cleaner for many years. Then unexpectedly she got sick and could not work. She lost her job as a result. She could not pay her rent on time. Eviction followed quickly, leaving her adrift. Now, Maria lives in her old car with her beloved cat. "I never thought this would be me," she says softly, her voice trembling. "I worked hard my whole life, now I have nothing." Her story is tragically common. Then there is David, a proud veteran of our armed forces. He served 2 difficult tours overseas for his country. He came back home with invisible wounds, like PTSD. PTSD made it hard for him to keep a steady job. He struggled to adjust to civilian life after service. He found himself on the streets after his meager savings ran out. "People look through you," he explains, his eyes downcast, "like you're not even human anymore." He tries to find day labor when he can. He dreams of a small, safe room. Consider Sarah and her 2 young, innocent children. They became homeless after Sarah's partner suddenly left. He was the main earner for the family. She couldn't afford the high rent on her own income. They stay in shelters when there is available space. Sometimes they sleep in a flimsy tent in a public park. "My kids deserve better than this," Sarah whispers, her voice tight with emotion. "I just want them to be safe. I want them to go to school. Their future is painfully uncertain." These are not just stories meant to evoke pity. They are real lives filled with daily struggles. They show the profound human cost of this ongoing crisis. People become homeless for many complex reasons. Job loss, serious illness, family breakdown are common triggers. High rents play a huge, undeniable role in this city. Lack of affordable housing is a key critical factor. These individuals are not lazy or unmotivated. They are not choosing this difficult life. They are trapped by circumstances beyond their control. Section 5, the perfect storm: economic squeezes and housing shortfalls. Why is homelessness so bad in a city like Sandiego? It is a beautiful city, yes, that is undeniable, but it is also a very expensive place to live. The cost of housing is extremely high for most residents. Rents have climbed much faster than average wages. Many people spend most of their income just on rent. This leaves very little room for unexpected emergencies. One unexpected bill can push them over the financial edge. This economic pressure is a primary driver of homelessness. San Diego's economy has grown significantly in recent decades, but this growth has not benefited everyone in the city equally. Many jobs are in low-wage service industries. These jobs often do not pay enough to afford local housing. A full-time worker earning minimum wage cannot rent an average apartment. The gap between average income and housing costs is huge. This creates intense financial pressure on working families. It creates widespread instability for many ordinary people. There is also a severe, persistent shortage of affordable housing. For decades, not enough homes were built to meet demand, especially not enough homes for low-income people and families. Developers often prefer to build luxury apartments and condos. These types of projects are generally more profitable for them. This market reality means fewer options for working families. Waiting lists for subsidized housing are incredibly years long. Sometimes these lists are closed entirely due to overwhelming demand. Economic downturns inevitably make things much worse for those struggling. Recessions lead to widespread job losses and financial insecurity. The COVID-19 pandemic hit many households very hard. People lost income and their financial safety nets frayed. Eviction moratoriums helped temporarily for a while during the peak, but when they ended, many people faced losing their homes. These economic shocks reveal how vulnerable many people truly are. They expose the fragility of their housing situations. It is a perfect storm of factors colliding. Section 6. Broken ladders, systemic failures and lost pathways. Homelessness is not just about money or housing shortages. It is also about broken systems within our society. Our social safety nets are supposed to catch people when they fall, but these nets often have gaping holes, or they are simply too small to be effective. Accessing help can be very difficult and frustrating. The bureaucracy involved is complex and often dehumanizing. People get lost in endless paperwork and long waiting times. They give up in frustration or despair. This is a clear systemic failure. Mental health services are chronically underfunded and highly fragmented. Many people living on the street struggle with serious mental illness. They need consistent, compassionate care and long-term support. But these essential services are hard to access for them. There are not enough treatment beds available. There is not enough ongoing, community-based support. Substance abuse issues also play a significant role in homelessness. These often co-occur with untreated mental health challenges. Integrated care is crucial, but unfortunately rare. The justice system can also contribute to the cycle of homelessness. A criminal record makes it incredibly hard to find a stable job. It makes it nearly impossible to find decent housing. People leaving prison or jail often have nowhere safe to go. They lack the necessary support to reintegrate into society successfully. This cycle can lead directly to life on the streets. Policies that criminalize homelessness itself also make things worse. Fines and arrests do not solve the underlying problem. They create more barriers to stability. Foster care systems sometimes fail the young people in their charge. When youth age out of the foster care system, they may lack support. They may not have the life skills or resources to live independently. This puts them at an extremely high risk of becoming homeless. Similarly, our veterans face unique and difficult challenges. Transitioning from military service to civilian life can be tough. We need to build better pathways for all vulnerable groups. We need systems that support, not fail, our most vulnerable citizens. Section 7. Searching for shelter city initiatives and their impact. The city of Sandiego is actively trying to address homelessness. It has implemented several programs and initiatives. One major ongoing effort is increasing shelter capacity. More shelter beds mean fewer people sleeping outside in unsafe conditions. Some shelters offer basic but essential services. They provide a safe place to sleep for the night. They offer meals and access to showers. This is a critical first step for many individuals. It offers temporary relief and a moment of respite. The city has also invested significantly in bridge shelters. These are typically larger shelters with more comprehensive services. They aim to connect people with necessary services more quickly. Dedicated case managers work closely with residents in these facilities. They help them find paths to permanent housing solutions. They assist with job searches and healthcare access. The stated goal is to be a bridge from the streets to stability. Some successes have been reported from these programs. People do move into housing from these shelters. There are ongoing efforts to build more affordable housing units. The city has various policies designed to encourage this development. This includes offering density bonuses to private developers. It includes using city-owned land for affordable housing projects. However, building new housing takes a considerable amount of time. It also costs a lot of money to construct. The need for affordable units far outpaces the current supply. This remains a huge and persistent challenge for the city. It is a long-term solution that requires sustained effort. Outreach teams are another important component of the city's strategy. These dedicated teams go out directly into the community. They connect with people who are living on the streets. They try to build trust over time, which is essential. They offer information about resources and provide support. They can help people navigate the complex service system. They can connect them to shelters or other vital services. These teams are vital for reaching those who are most isolated. Their work is difficult but absolutely essential. Section 8. Gaps in the grid. Challenges and criticisms of current policies. While there are commendable efforts, many significant challenges remain. Current policies undeniably have limitations and shortcomings. One major criticism is the strong focus on temporary solutions. Shelters are important for safety, but they are not homes. People can get stuck in the shelter system for long periods. They need permanent, stable housing options to rebuild their lives. The housing-first approach is often discussed as a more effective model. It prioritizes getting people into stable housing quickly. Then, supportive services are provided as needed. The sheer scale of the problem often overwhelms available resources. There are simply not enough shelter beds for everyone who needs one. There is not nearly enough affordable housing to meet the demand. Case managers often have very large caseloads. This makes it hard to provide personalized, individual attention to clients. Funding is always a persistent issue for these programs. The needs are great and continue to grow. Securing ongoing financial support for effective programs is a constant struggle. This severely limits the potential impact of even good intentions. Some policies face considerable public and political opposition. Citing new shelters or affordable housing projects can be highly controversial. Not in my backyard sentiments are unfortunately common. Many people want solutions to homelessness, but not near them. This local opposition makes it very hard to implement necessary projects. There are also ongoing debates about how to manage street encampments. Sweeps of encampments are criticized for displacing vulnerable people. They often do not solve the underlying issues of poverty and lack of housing. Coordination between different government agencies and non-profits can be difficult. Homelessness is a complex issue that involves many systems. Housing, health, justice, and social services must work together effectively. But these systems are often siloed and operate independently. Lack of coordination leads to critical gaps in service delivery. People fall through these cracks in the system. A more integrated and regional approach is urgently needed. This includes robust cooperation between the city, the county, and non-profit partners. The problem crosses all municipal boundaries. Section 9. Building bridges, not walls. A call for collective action. Sandiego's homelessness crisis is undeniably complex and deeply rooted. There are no easy answers or quick fixes available, but despair is not an option we can afford. Hope lies in sustained collective action from all sectors. It requires unwavering commitment from everyone in the community. Government, non-profit organizations, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play. We need to see homelessness as a shared community issue. It affects all of us, directly or indirectly. It reflects on our city's fundamental values. Community organizations are already doing vital, tireless work on the ground. They provide essential meals, clothing, and emotional support. They advocate strongly for important policy changes at all levels. They run shelters and innovative housing programs for those in need. Supporting these organizations is crucial for progress. Volunteering time or donating resources can make a tangible difference. We can help amplify their voices and their important messages. We can learn from their valuable experience on the front lines of this crisis. Their dedication is truly inspiring. We need to advocate forcefully for meaningful systemic change. This means pushing relentlessly for more affordable housing options. It means demanding better, more accessible mental health care for everyone. It means reforming systems that currently trap people in cycles of poverty. We must actively challenge the stigma associated with homelessness. People experiencing homelessness deserve dignity, compassion, and respect. They are not a problem to be solved or managed. They are people needing support, understanding, and opportunity. Our collective voices can influence policy and create change. The path forward requires both deep compassion and unwavering persistence. It requires innovation, creativity, and significant investment of resources. San Diego can be more than just a beautiful tourist city. It can be a truly caring and inclusive city. It can be a city where everyone has a fair chance to thrive. This is not just about managing a crisis effectively. It is about building a more just and equitable community for all. It is about ensuring that America's finest city truly lives up to its name for all its residents, not just some.